My name is David Gay. I'm a regional coordinator for Campaign for Liberty out in central New York, Rochester, Syracuse area. And glad I came out today. Before I get started, I just want to remind you all how important it is to go out and get a copy of this book here, End the Fed. I don't feel the need to really expound because the title says it all. End the Fed. And I'll get started. So, libertarians, oath keepers, constitutionalists, freedom-minded individuals, patriots, 9/12ers. You got somebody from everybody in those groups here? All right. That's very inspiring to me to see the freedom movement gaining so much traction. And just a couple years ago, I wasn't sure if this lonely fight for liberty would ever see so much company. What a positive response to my prayers that so many different groups have finally joined together to fight tyranny. So let me ask you, are you all fans of social health care? You like social health care? Is it good? Are you excited to go out and get a flu shot? All right, good. That means we're on the same page, just making sure. Let me move on then. Do you like paying taxes for Obama's salary? How about paying taxes for the interest at his central bank? Are you gonna sit there and let them tax you to pay the interest on the Federal Reserve? Are you with me when I cry out against the Federal Reserve and all the evil they pay for when they create money out of thin air? Oh, good. Do you believe that we have an inalienable right to speak freely and to assemble and to protest oppression and to protest bankers who mortgage our future and an ever freedom-hating government? Then we have a lot of work to do together. We need to figure out exactly who our enemies are. Is it Barack Obama? Maybe. Probably. Is it Janet Napolitano and her Department of Homeland Security and her right-wing extremist bulletins? No doubt. How about the Patriot Act in Bush's or Obama's hands? Do you still trust this government to protect you? No! Our enemy is anyone who threatens our right to property, our right to life, and our right to free speech. There's only two persons authorized to silence my mouth, and that's its user and its creator. Let me tell you, I will never be silent until God causes it to be so. So it's great to see such a peaceful assembly. There's been news lately, so peaceful assembly. At least we still have that right. Or do we? Now I'm sure this is a contentious issue for some of us here, but I'm gonna go for it anyway because I've been very disturbed by some events that have been taking place in my country in the last couple years. Or was it a couple days in Pittsburgh? I saw those anarchists and communists destroying private property, and it made me mad. There's never an excuse for destruction of private property. Like I said, our common enemy is anyone who threatens our right to property. So I did some YouTube researching and came up with about 20 different videos from different occurrences at the G20 protests. And to be honest with you, I couldn't find any out-of-control protests until the police came and arbitrarily declared that their assembly was unlawful.
Oh, wait for you to get up there. Keep coming up.
Hate to bust a bubble on that one.
Mommy!
That it was unlawful by order of the chief of police.
Mommy!
Why not by order of the United States Constitution? Remember, we have another common enemy, and that's anyone who tries to take our freedom of speech. As unfortunate as it is, these confused kids who think they're communists were actually protesting communism. The G20 is a tool of that Marxist central bank, the Federal Reserve, the International Monetary Fund, and the WTO and the UN. These people think they're protesting capitalism when they're actually protesting the devices of their own communist philosophy. So we need to find a common enemy. And Obama's G20 summit was a great place to find it. Obama's G20. So, with all the goings on in Pittsburgh, I consider the importance of the Oath Keepers movement. Would an Oath Keeper obey an order to break up a peaceful assembly just because the city had previously asked for permits? I hope not. Are we to believe that there's never permission in the Constitution for an impromptu gathering? Will an oath keeper trap and mace innocent bystanders in a stairwell? Or throw a 58-year-old mental health worker to the ground for walking near the protest site? No, good. Or will they beat down a couple walking on the sidewalk with no weapons, offering only passive, non-violent resistance? I hope not, because these are things I actually saw in the video. Or would they tase a person, any person, for any reason? Please tell me that they won't. I will sleep soundly tonight if you can tell me that not one single member of the Pittsburgh PD is an oath keeper. I want to believe that oath keepers are someone I can believe in, so I hope they can make me a believer, because I've heard it said that police are a brotherhood and that they bleed blue. I hope oath keepers bleed American. Stand with us, please. I challenge all of you to stand up for your rights to free speech, even the kind of these communist idiots. If we don't stand up for that, no one will stand up for us when they take away our rights. Besides all this, we should be the ones protesting at the G20. It's unconstitutional. It threatens our sovereignty, and we certainly don't need the oppression of their great idea of a world currency. So, let me give you a couple rally slogans and I'll get off the stage. End the Fed! Restore the Constitution! Legalize freedom! Thank you.